Okay, so we hear about AI all the time, right? But it's so much more than just code. It's actually shaping our world in huge ways. I mean, from our health to our money. So, in this explainer, we're going to unpack some of the most important lessons on how we can build AI that we can actually trust, pulling from some really key insights in our source material. Let's dive in.
This quote just nails it. AI isn't some magic black box that you just turn on. Real success? It comes down to some very human things, knowing exactly what you're trying to achieve, using good, solid data, and, maybe most importantly, working together. It's all about the people and the purpose from the get-go.
And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because saying you believe in these principles is one thing, but what happens when they get tested in the real world? So let's jump into a couple of case studies where AI is making a difference, for real, every single day. So what's the real test for any AI system? Honestly, it's not about how fast it is or how much data it can crunch. It's about trust. Think about it like any relationship. You don't just trust someone because they're smart. You trust them because they're reliable, you can see where they're coming from, and they're fair. It's the exact same thing with AI. And that trust? It all starts with building the right culture. So what does a responsible AI culture even look like? Well, it's definitely not about hiring one ethics person and calling it a day. It's about creating an atmosphere where literally everyone feels like they have the power and the responsibility to ask the hard questions. It's a mindset where doing the right thing is built into the process from day one. And these 5 pillars, they are the absolute bedrock. These aren't just buzzwords to throw around in a meeting. They are the essential building blocks. Reliability, transparency, fairness, security, and accountability, they all have to work together. You can't really have one without the others. If you want to build real trust, it's a package deal. All right, let's see how these principles work in the wild. First up, healthcare. I mean, the stakes here could not possibly be higher. We're talking about decisions that can literally mean life or death. In a field like this, trust is everything. This chart really says it all. Look, the point of AI in medicine is not to replace doctors. It's to give them superpowers. When you combine the incredible expertise of a human doctor with an AI's ability to see patterns in massive amounts of data, well, you get better results for patients. It's that classic case of 1 plus 1 equaling 3. Just think of it like a pilot and a really, really smart co-pilot. The AI is that co-pilot, scanning through thousands of medical images in seconds, spotting patterns a human eye might miss. And that frees up the pilot, the doctor, to focus on what only a human can do, use their judgment, show empathy, and figure out the best, most ethical path forward for their patient. And this brings us to what has to be a non-negotiable rule: accountability. An AI can suggest something, it can give a recommendation, but a human expert always has to make that final call. Having a human in the loop is the critical safety net that protects us when the technology misses something or just gets it wrong. Okay, so from saving lives, let's switch gears to protecting our life savings. We're heading into the world of finance, where those exact same principles of trust are becoming more and more important for keeping our money safe. I'm sure we've all seen this. You get that instant fraud alert on your credit card, right? Or a chatbot answers your simple banking question at midnight. That's AI working behind the scenes. It's like a watchdog that's on duty 24/7, sifting through millions of transactions to keep us safe. And, as a bonus, it frees up the human customer service folks to deal with the really complicated stuff. Okay, let's talk about the money for a second. The return on investment for AI can be just massive. Get this. A $500,000 investment in an AI system can lead to $2 million in savings in the first year alone. That is a 300% return. From a pure business standpoint, it's kind of a no-brainer. But the real story here is what's going on beneath the surface. Yeah, the tangible stuff, saving money, being more efficient. That's the tip of the iceberg. The real, long-lasting value comes from the stuff you can't always put a number on. Making smarter decisions, building a culture of innovation, and, most importantly, earning that rock-solid trust with your customers. So, what's the common thread connecting all of this? From healthcare to finance, both of these examples point to one single crucial element that really decides whether a project succeeds or fails. And it's not the data, it's not even the algorithm, it's something way more fundamental. And here it is. This is the secret sauce to making AI work. Of course, technology and data matter, but look at this, they're not even the biggest piece of the pie. By far, the most important ingredient is the people and the culture. If you get that part right, you're set up for success. But if you get it wrong, well, things can go sideways fast.
And here's the thing about that culture. It doesn't come from some memos sent down from the corner office. Nope. It's built from the ground up by the small choices that everyone on the team makes every single day. It's about having the guts to speak up when something feels off, the discipline to be transparent, and just staying curious enough to always keep asking why.
This quote just perfectly sums up everything we've been talking about. The future of AI, it's not really about the machines. It's about us. We are the ones in the driver's seat. So I guess the real question we all have to ask ourselves is, what kind of future do we actually want to build with this stuff?
Did you find this content helpful? Please comment, share, like, or subscribe.